So now for our reference, what I'll be doing is, like, as we cannot see, like, is it really the container is running, and just for having a view, what I'll do is I'll map the port of Nginx to 8080, 80 of the host where or my laptop, and 80 of the container, so that we can see the Nginx image is running. And then I'll go into the MySQL container and check whether the DB exists, etc., etc., just for verification. So let's check the container running. Yes, it is running. So let me shut down all the containers running and the network. Nothing is running now. So let me as I make the changes to the compose file, let me start it again in the daemon mode. So it has created the network and created the services. So let's check the services created by the Docker Compose. Okay, it is up and running. So let me go to my browser and I'll hit the local host. So you can see the localhost Nginx image is available. That is, Nginx image is up and running. Let me go inside the, or let me verify from the command line if our MySQL is already running at 3306 port. So I am using telnet command for that, and it is running on our local host. So I am using the IP of the local host and 3306 port. So we can see, like, it is connected and to 3306 port, and that means our MySQL is up and running at 3306 port. Now if you want to connect to the SQL using some UI, you can download some MySQL client and try connecting to it. I'm not going ahead with that, as our focus is not on the MySQL tutorial here, but it is just easy. Just you can use any MySQL client tool and just connect with it. So even if you want, you can just go inside the container, just do docker ps first, docker exec -it, just pass the container id, bash mysql -u. Okay, so I know my user is my user, and password is also the same as I mentioned in the Docker Compose, so I'll use again. So I'm connected to the MySQL terminal, show database databases. So we have our demo DB database here. If you want to use the database, just go ahead and use demo DB. Yeah, so we can see, like, the MySQL container is up and running and we are able to connect to it. So let me exit of it. Now we can see, like, the container is up and running. Now you can go ahead and kill the process, but it will only kill the process. So for a proper shutdown of the servers, what I can do is just use docker compose down. So it will go to the docker compose YML, and whatever the services were defined in that, it will close that. Even the network connections will be brought down. So if you do docker compose ps now, nothing is running. So that's it for the docker compose part. Now next we'll be moving ahead to docker portainer. Now portainer is a lightweight cross-platform and open source UI management tool used for the docker. The portainer provides a detailed overview of the docker, like how many dockers are running, and whatever things we have done command line, it will just give us a fancy look over the UI, and it is very easy to use via the UI. It will show everything, every containers, images, how to manage them, volumes, etc., being used in the dashboard. Now you can also go ahead and create a portainer using the docker compose file, but I'll be using directly the image here.